This thing is a blast, man.
Rookie driver.
Hi, I'm Dennis Gage, and welcome to My Classic Car. Well, this week we're in Illinois, not far from St. Louis, to visit Mike Myers and check out a couple of his Corvairs.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Corvairs, you say? Ah, but these are not normal Corvairs. These are V8-powered front-engine monsters built for both street and strip. The Wagon's capable of running in the 12s, and the Coupe actually runs in the 10s. Pretty strong for any street-driven car, particularly strong for a Corvair. I'm going to like this. Mike, good to see you, man.
See you.
You know, I guess I met you, what, a couple years ago at a car show in St. Charles, Missouri.
St. Charles, Missouri, yes.
And I think you had both of these there.
Yes.
Which, you know, I like Corvairs. I mean, I think they're cool cars, and especially the Wagon, you don't see those.
Mm-hmm.
But it was what's under the hood, which, and it's not just the trunk for
Right.
these. You got beefy V8s in both of these, and you built them to drag and to drive. That's completely insane.
I like being insane.
You like being insane.
Yeah.
But why Corvairs?
I've been a Corvair guy since I was 14. That's 1974. And I just like the body. Well, the late model is what I had first. I just like the body style of the late model, but still got the first Corvair that I bought in 74. And I have a designated drag car. And with the drag car, there was something missing all the time. I mean, I couldn't drive it to the drag strip, had to trailer it. So I wanted to build something that I could drive and race both. And so then the first product was the Coupe, and the second product was the Wagon here.
Let's start here then, because this is the first gen.
Yes, they made the Wagon for 2 years, 61 and 62.
Okay. You know, these were unibody cars, rear engine unibody cars. You've changed all of that. They're now V8 powered, but they're also no longer, I mean, they couldn't take that kind of power. You must have changed it from a unibody to a frame.
Yes, both cars are on 78 to 88 G-body chassis, GM G-bodies.
So what's this one?
This one's on an 87 Regal chassis.
So did you have to shorten the chassis?
No, the frame fit right up inside the car.
I should just set
right on
that.
Set right on the
crazy,
frame.
because I mean, it looks pretty normal ride height, and it looks stock bodied.
Yeah, that was the aim. It was to keep it kind of deceptive.
A true sleeper.
Right.
Now, I remember these Wagons from back in the day, and I remember a blue one. Blue was apparently one of the colors you could get, but it wasn't quite this blue.
No, this is a 09 SRT Challenger B5 blue / surf blue effect, they call it.
And in the white top?
It's just a classic white with the blue pearl.
The white looks great.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I noticed is, you know, it's again, driving and dragging both, but you got a luggage rack on the thing, which is pretty crazy to begin with. The placement of it's kind of wild. It seems forward. What was the theory of putting it here?
The theory of putting it here in my book, and one of the Corvair gurus, was the luggage in the trunk, luggage in the back, and the engine in the rear. And if you wanted to use the rack, then it was more balanced.
Okay, you had better weight distribution.
Right. If you'd put it in the rear and put all your stuff in the, you'd be up off the ground. Right.
Not only have you kept the exterior stock, the interior looks pretty stock.
The front seats are out of a 4-door Grand Am with the headrests removed.
Oh, wow.
The rear seat is out of a Dodge Colt Vista.
And she's setting up to a sort of theater seating.
Yeah,
you know?
it's theater seating. It's not real comfortable,
No,
but it does work.
You kind of want to sit side saddle because there's not a lot of leg room.
Right. Well, you can move the front seats forward.
Yeah.
But
and then you've got a pretty gnarly, pretty serious roll cage in here too.
Right. Yeah. It was something that I thought would help make the chassis more rigid. And so.
Well, plus it looks really cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
So these would be those were the intakes.
Yes.
And cooling too?
Yes.
Both
Yeah.
for the original rear engine car.
Air cooled, yes.
And these were Corvair specific? They didn't use these taillights on anything else?
No,
I don't think
not that I know of, no.
So the engine would be back here originally.
Yep.
At this height?
Yes. Well, this is the original deck. Underneath of it, this would have been screwed down, as you can see the screw holes, and the engine would have been underneath that.
But it's not there anymore.
No.
What's here is a good-sized fuel tank.
Right. It's out of
In fact, a really good-sized fuel tank.
Yeah, it's out of a 3rd gen Camaro.
Since you relocated the engine, let's see what you put up there.
I can do. Everything opens with a key, so nobody.
A very secure car.
Very secure car.
Wow. I mean, that is a beautiful piece of work. What am I looking at there?
The engine's out of a 99 Camaro.
5.7 liter?
5.7, yes. It's aluminum block, this one is.
Ooh. This one's on the Regal chassis, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
were you able to use the motor mounts right from that chassis, stock
yes.
motor mounts?
Yes.
So it's just sitting there basically on a Regal chassis.
Yes.
Motor mounts,
yes.
motor, everything.
Right, right.
Unbelievable. Well, you know, this was built both to drag and to drive.
Exactly.
And you're from Illinois,
yes,
so you got the front plate, you got the back plate.
Yes.
It's licensed.
Yes.
Can we take it out?
Sure can.
Can I drive it?
Sure can.
Yowza. Let's go.
All right.
All right, no tricks here, right? Just fire
right.
that baby right up, huh?
Cranks right up.
Ooh, don't sound like any Corvair I ever heard.
Yeah.
So
Just pull one back. Pull. There you go. You'll find the brakes real quick.
for the size of engine and the sound of this, it drives in a very mild-mannered way.
No, this one, yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
This one, like I said, is kind of like a Cadillac compared to the other one as far as drive goes, ride.
Well, this thing's a blast, but I think the Coupe is stronger.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
What do you say we go back and pick that baby up?
All right, let's go.
All right. Before we put her back, I'm right here. Can I take her down the strip once?
Sure, go right ahead.
If I just punch it, she's going to spin tires, right? All right, here we go. What a kick.
Yeah.
You never grew up, did you?
Nope.
Yep.
Not going to either.
Good for you.
Wait until you drive the other one.
That is a strong little machine. We are home.
Yep.
Shut her down?
Yes, sir.
What a car, man.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty insane.
Mm-hmm.
Good on the street, great on the strip.
Oh, yeah.
But this baby is even stronger.
Yep.
Right?
Right.
Now
right.
this is a 69 Coupe. This was the last year.
Yes, sir.
Of
Last year.
Of the Corvair, and this is the second generation body style that
Right.
started in 65.
Fine.
Great looking car. I've always liked these.
Thank you.
Now you did this sort of kind of Camaro-esque striping and everything here.
Right. The idea with the striping was I thought it needed something to stop some of the white, and a lot of people look at it and tell me,
Space car.
Yeah, nice Camaro. Yeah, well, thank you, but it's a Corvair.
But it's a Corvair,
Yeah.
right? She seems to set it about the the original ride height and
Right.
everything, and no exterior body mods per se.
No, not any that are they're enclosing off the gas doors and different things that to make it. The gas door used to be here.
Right,
but,
right, that's right. And then now I noticed up here too that you got a spoiler up front, and this must be your intake.
Mm-hmm. My air cleaner. It's up in the fender here.
Now I also see you got your studs on wheels are sticking out. Did you have different wheels on there before that? A beefier center or something?
Yeah, well, I had a center line wheel on it, and the center line wheel's thicker.
It just looks so Corvair, so mild mannered, unless you kind of get into it. Now you've made this pretty cushy too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's full interior. It's the original rear seat and the Grand Am front seats.
Now, how about, is that the gauge arrangement? That's not the gauge arrangement on a Corvair. It is? They had that many gauges?
Yeah, well, that is what would be considered a Corsa dash.
Oh, okay. And the Corsa was 2-year only, and that was the hot rod, right? I mean,
right, it was hot rod of the Corvair, yeah. Yeah, it was either 140 horse or 180 horse, but that's the dash out of it.
So it looks like you also built in some fairly serious tunes.
Yeah.
Can you hear them?
No.
No.
Not anymore.
When it's not running.
Yeah, well, you can hear it when it's not running, yes.
But again, I mean, you know, stock, I love the rear quarter on a Corvair, second gen Corvair. I think it's a beautiful roof line. I mean, they're great looking cars.
I agree.
Now, the engine would have been back here.
Yes.
I'm sure it's not here anymore.
No,
of course
it's not here anymore.
But this is your, now you got, I guess, gas tank here.
Right.
And what?
Well, I had a fuel cell in it, and when I had the fuel cell in it, it was underneath the Corvair flip here. But
so what'd you put in for a tank?
I put a 3rd gen Camaro tank in it, just like the station wagon, because it works so well in the station wagon that I thought,
why not?
Why not?
And probably, you know, that just mounted pretty well to the frame too?
It's actually in the structure that the Corvair engine
would have
was
been
in.
Yeah. Well, close it up,
okay.
Because there's no engine back here.
No engine.
Let's go look at where there is an engine.
Okay, that'll be up front.
Key entry again?
Yes, sir. Got to keep it safe.
Well, of course, that's the trunk, wasn't it?
Right.
I mean,
It
you
was
think about
the
it, that's
trunk.
where you put your luggage. But now that's where you put the power plant.
Right.
Holy cow. This, you've done it again. Now this says 5.7.
Right.
But it's not.
No, this engine's out of a 2002 3/4 ton Suburban. It's a 6-liter. It started out life in an armored vehicle for the Army.
Oh, really?
And bought it from a salvage yard in Virginia. And I upgraded the rod bolts, the camshaft, valve springs, push rods, and then.
So yeah, what's the deal here? That's a supercharger, even though it looks like a turbocharger.
Right. It's a belt-driven supercharger. It's a D1 Pro charger, and
you don't have the stock inner fender wells anymore. You've had to fabricate these
Right.
and you know, cut in the space for the Pro charger
Right.
and the intake.
Right.
And this hooks around and goes to this open space here, right?
Comes to 180, and it's up high, so it doesn't get stuff in it, water.
And there's really no grill here either. So does this cool okay?
Yes. This.
I guess you scoop it in. We got the spoiler there, and you got the radiator canted this way.
Right. It gets enough air that the underneath side of the hood will get full of bugs.
Wow. And this thing is stronger than the Wagon.
Right.
Can I drive this one too?
Yes, you can.
Yes, sir. Close that baby up.
Alrighty.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, this seems serious.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
More serious, yes.
You know, there's a little more weight in the front end than there is in a normal Corvair.
Yes, a little more weight.
It's like muscling it around.
Right, right.
You want to be rolling when you're turning that steering wheel.
Right.
This thing sounds vicious.
Yeah.
How many horsepower do you think this thing's got?
Actually, I can tell you. I had it on a dyno, put down 617 horse to the tires. At 10 pounds of boost.
Woo! This thing is incredibly strong.
We put a bigger pulley on the supercharger to tame it. The small pulley was putting about 17 pounds of boost to it, but it's an animal at 9 pounds. I don't know that I could tame the animal at 17, you know.
This thing's got to be a hit wherever you have it.
Yeah, it gets a lot of attention. One person will leave and you get done talking to them, and then the next person comes and you talk to them about it.
It's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
I love it out here on the street, but it's just almost too much for the street. When we take it back, can we run it down the strip one time?
Most definitely.
Oh man, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, most definitely.
So until our next meeting, remember, honor the timeless classics. I'm Dennis Gage in a fire-breathing Corvair. Happy motoring.
careful.
I will. Oh man, Mike, I gotta do it again.